Let me ask you this question. I asked this question too. Do you think it'll be different? I'm just giving you an example. If 70% of police departments were black people, do you think it'll be different? Imagine if majority of the cops were in the police department were black, and the rest of it was white, Caucasians, Mexicans, and all that. What do you like? Do you think it'll still have? Do you think it'll still have that same, or it'll be different? Because I understand, like, not saying that everybody's not. I'm like, you don't know what somebody gonna be in the instant of a reaction. But do you think it'll be a little bit different? How many deaths do you see by cop, or do you see the serve and protect even more now? No, I'm not saying the black people gonna do anything perfect. I'm just asking.
I think that's hard to say because I can't see it. Majority of police officers are white. This is white America. So I mean, it's hard to say. Sometimes I think majority of it is because of the color of your skin, but as well as the power that cops feel they have superiority over civilians. Because I have seen, it's very few, but I have seen where a black cop just like really try to dominate an African American civilian. At the same time, not to the extent that like they killing them, but like where it's just like way too aggressive for no reason.
To show authority, yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
I don't know. They do the same thing for size because when they come to me, I don't think they can tell what my race is. But like they definitely give me unfair treatment almost every time I've dealt with police, to the point that I just dislike them strongly. Especially out here, Phoenix police, they are so likely to try and do everything they can to get me on the ground, yelling at me, like cursing me out. It's like a really rough experience every time I deal with them.
What the fuck you be doing, Shawn?
Hey man, I just be chilling and they just come and do that. Like,
What the fuck? You getting beat up by cops, bro?
it's rough out here, man. Nah, like it happened during a traffic stop one time.
A lot of their defaults are just aggressive, because one time me and my ex were coming back from San Diego and he pulled us over. We were in a rental car, right? And this cop pulls us over in a rental car, and he came approaching the car with his hand on his hip, like screaming, like pump faking and shit. Before I had even rolled down the window, before he knew any of our genders, races, anything, I'm like, holy fuck, this is a rowdy one. And my girl is black, so I'm like extra nervous that this fucker's like acting like an animal outside the window. So I just like cracked the window this much. And I'm like, I'm not comfortable rolling it all the way down. You're acting strangely aggressive for no reason right now. You know what I mean? I'm like, you're gonna have to calm down quite a bit before I roll down the window. And he's like, get out of the car with his hand on his gun. I'm like, this is the weirdest shit ever. Like, and he was just committed to being aggressive regardless. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So I think some of them are just fucking like batshit crazy, and they just approach every situation really aggressive right off the start. Like, we're in like a rental car. We're not in like a store. I'm like, what did you think? We were like two fucking serial killers? Like the world's two most wanted terrorists? Like, what the fuck are you so excited walking up to the car? Like, it was so fucking weird. Like,
Bro, when I see cops now, even when I'm driving, when I see cops, I turn my music down. I put my hand on the 10 and 2s. I don't.
Right, I act that way too. That's why I was extra weirded out by why this dude, because it's not like I was like bumping music and shit and like smoke pouring out the window, and I was acting civilized. And he came approaching us like he was just in fight mode.
I do think that right now we in this time, like, so you can check out if y'all don't know, I had another podcast called WTF Now, and one of the things is this year feel like a twilight zone. Like I don't even know some days I do like, if I wake up today, can I get some good news? Like, let me give me something good. You know what I mean? And one of the things we were talking about was the fact that the same day that Jacob Blake was killed or shot, there was another black man killed. So it's like, it's so much happening that the news can't even keep up.
Right. It's like a simulation within the simulation. The Twilight Zone was a good metaphor. Like, yeah, it feels like we're in like a whole extra layer right now. It's weird as fuck.